And, you know, even when Trump was running, and so many people, I remember even like libertarian people so excited, he's going to shut down the Federal Reserve. No, he isn't. He's going to lower taxes dramatically. No, he didn't. He's going to look into 9/11. No, he didn't. And a big one, I remember this at the time, a lot of people were saying he's going to end the sex trafficking. And if you paid attention to Q, they'd always have, oh, there's like 10,000 people already arrested. Every week they'd say Hillary's in Guantanamo for, they've all been arrested on sex trafficking. No, nothing. Trump did absolutely nothing. If he did anything, I'm unaware of it. And that is, he used to hang around with Jeffrey Epstein. He's a puppet, just like the other guys.
Trump pointing out women dancing in front of them. An apparently friendly encounter with a man the president is now looking to distance himself from.
Now we're actually talking, you know, Biden, he's basically like a nursing home person. Like when he was signing that bill, he looked like he had no idea where he even was. So they got the next election coming up in like 2 years, and people are getting all excited. We'll get Trump back in. We'll go after the child sex traffickers. No, he won't. So if that's people's focus, it's not going to happen. But it should get interesting. But Trump puts out all this kind of stuff sort of secretly as well. Like when they said he's being investigated for having secret classified documents. He put out stuff like this. You, Hillary Clinton, get a subpoena, and after getting the subpoena, you delete 33,000 emails. If Trump is convicted for violating the Espionage Act and 2 other federal laws, he could face up to 33 years in prison. See if you notice any numbers that keep repeating here. And then Trump said, I continue to ask, what happened to the 33 million pages of documents taken to Chicago by President Drone Bomber? The fake news media refuses to talk about that. They want it canceled. He talks about Hillary had 33,000 emails. They're talking about putting Trump in jail for 33 years. And then Trump brought up that Obama stole 33 million pages. Like, how do you even count that many pages? But, yeah, he's just, that's all Masonic stuff. He's just putting that stuff, he doesn't put any of this stuff out. His people do, his handlers. You notice how he's talking about how, why didn't they take down Hillary over all those emails? Well, he was the president at the time. And when asked, he was like, oh, no, you're going to put Hillary in jail? Oh, no, they're good friends.
I think she's going to go down at a minimum as a great senator. I think she is a great wife to a president. And I think Bill Clinton was a great president.
What do you make of this Hillary Clinton thing? You think she's going to run?
Well, I think
fellow New Yorker.
Yeah, and I know her very well. They're members of my club, and I like both of them very much. And he was with you one time, and he said he likes me. And
oh, he does.
All that stuff. And I do like him.
It's all a show. Oh, well. I don't even care if people wake up at this point. I just think it's funny. But recently, there's an actress named Anne Heche. I don't really know who she is. Apparently, she's in like every movie there is, basically. It's one of those sort of, you know, top sort of actors. I don't watch any movies, so I have no idea. But I think she used to be Ellen DeGeneres' girlfriend or something. So very, very, you know, when you're in all the movies and you're like Ellen DeGeneres' girlfriend, you're pretty high up on the Illuminati list. Of course, you're not like making the plans, but you're under their control, basically. And this was really bizarre. Max covered this really well as well in that same video. So if you want a lot more information on this, Max really covered it well, and especially on the sex trafficking, because that's like a huge thing that Max covers. But apparently, she was working on a documentary about the child sex trafficking networks. Oh, wait, we got some breaking news. Late actor, should be actress, but whatever, Anne Heche's upcoming, oh, maybe that's a hidden thing, maybe it's a man. Late actor Anne Heche's upcoming movie is not about Jeffrey Epstein, Lifetime and fact checkers say. Oh, there you go, so it wasn't. But notice again what they do there, right? They said actor, so might be a clue. But that's not important, I don't even care. But they also say, because what they're responding, the fact checkers, oh, I love my fact checkers. Where's my fact checker? The fact checkers, they come out and so a lot of people were saying she was doing a documentary on child sex trafficking. So they came out and fact checked it and said, no, she was not doing a documentary on Jeffrey Epstein. See what they did there? she probably was doing it on child sex trafficking, but it wasn't in particular about Jeffrey Epstein. They're sneaky. But anyway, I think most people by now know if something's fact-checked, whatever they're fact-checking is true. Like, that's just how it works. Like, I have no other way to explain it except for that. It's either true or stupid, like when they fact-checked a meme that's obviously a joke. So it's either they're fact-checking something and saying it's not true when it's true, or they're fact-checking stupid stuff that's obviously not true, and it's stupid because who would fact-check that? But this Anne H. person was interesting because they said she was doing that, doing a documentary on sex trafficking. So obviously if she was going to be targeted. And apparently she was like driving her car, she hit like one thing, and then she squealed off to another place, and then she's like racing down the road at like 100 miles an hour in her little Cooper thing, and directly, without stopping, into a house at the end of the street. But the crazy part is, apparently the car hit this house. Oh, and I should point out too, they're saying maybe she was drunk and all that, but there was actually a video of her like an hour before, and I think the person said like she wasn't slurring her words or anything, so she wasn't like drunk.
New details are emerging about Anne Heche's morning before that fiery car crash left her in critical condition with severe burns.
Or I see she was in a crash, and I'm just like floored, like, oh my gosh, I'm praying, like, I hope she's okay, I hope she's okay.
Richard Glass owns Glass Hair Design in Venice Beach, and less than an hour before Anne crashed her car into a nearby house, she popped into his shop to buy a wig.
We discovered that it was Anne Heche, and from there she asked if she could purchase a red wig that was up top, and I said sure. And as I bring it down, I tell her that it's not cut or styled. She said she didn't care, she wanted it anyway. So from there, I bring it down, I tell her it's a little bit dusty. She says, no worry, just sell me some shampoo and conditioner. It was just so random, so random.
Right now, the LAPD is investigating Anne for misdemeanor DUI and hit and run. They're looking into what role drugs or alcohol may have played in the collision. But Richard says he didn't notice anything out of the ordinary about Anne during their encounter.
She wasn't speaking in cursive. You know, I say that, you know, if people are impaired, you know, they speak in cursive because it's like you're slurring your words. But she wasn't. She was very, very cordial, very personable, very polite, and
So it makes you wonder what happened, just flying, and they might have taken over control of her car. I'll get into that because they've done that numerous times.
Hackers Charlie and Chris say they worked for the last year to develop the software to take over the digital systems in the vehicle.
So we're killing the engine right now.
It says park, it says...
I turned on my hazard lights, but I was still stuck in the right lane with no shoulder to escape onto.
Guys, I'm stuck on the highway.
What did he say? I don't know, I think he's panicking.
They say this experiment was done to show how some late-model Chrysler vehicles could be exposed to hacks through an internet-connected computer in the dashboard.
All of a sudden the car's in flames, but nothing else around it's in flames. And then there's all these emergency people there, and they take her out, put her in a body bag, which might be for burns, I don't know, but it seems odd to me that there wouldn't even be like a place to breathe. Like, it looks like a body bag. And it got caught on live television from the helicopter news camera that she tried to like escape from the bag, and it looks like she's trying to escape. And the fireman guy, like, I don't know about you, but if I'm a fireman or a paramedic or whatever, and either the person's really badly hurt and we put them in a body bag for some reason, or they're dead, and they try to get out of the bag, the last thing I would do is rush to get her into the truck. I would be either like, oh my God, she's still alive, or maybe just trying to like calm her down or something before, but no, it looked like, holy shit, she got out of the bag, and they just slammed her in there.
Sort of sign, but yes, so basically the activity that we were looking for, that anxious or that quick moving, that was going on the other side of the vehicle. Oh my gosh, he's completely alive.
What the hell?
Well, here's what the doctor said that they say looked at her after she was dead. And for a while, they were like, no, she's not dead, she's fine. And then they're like, she's dead. And here's the reason why, according to some doctor guy. He said, yes, extreme head trauma resulting in massive brain damage and burns to over 70% of her body. I don't even look into these things anymore. I know almost always, if it's one of those top Illuminati people, and they were trying to do a child sex trafficking documentary for whatever reason, maybe trying to like do something right in their life, and they basically kill them stuff into all their hits. They're actually like it's very well planned out always. Like even to the point where they put in certain numbers on certain license plates of even other cars that aren't even that involved but are going to be in the final scene. Like, it's pretty amazing. And some people have already started looking into that. Like the top of the ambulance had the number 63 on it. If you do the gematria on it, her name, Anne Hesh, in the English ordinal is 63. So they could have been sending a message there. I haven't focused on it, but Max is like super, well, in that video I was talking about, you should watch it. I'll put the link down below. It's like an hour and a half or something, but it's really good. He talked about all this stuff, and he actually included a speech he was doing in Denmark like 10 years ago talking about all this stuff. And it's pretty incredible information.